Good morning, everybody, and this is your S&P 500 day trade setups for today. Quite a interesting setup at the moment, and we do have what is looking like a flat bottom triangle. Just want to get that there. So that's kind of the structure that we have at the moment. Don't really trust the oscillators at the moment. A little bit of diversions forming between these three lows here, but nothing concrete. So the only thing against this flat bottom triangle is normally you see these at the top. Don't often see them at the bottom, but could also be seen as a cup and handle, or even a head and shoulders, this being the left shoulder, head, and right shoulder over here. So you start drilling down through the time frames. You can see yesterday the sellers are definitely in control. Every time we climbed, sellers stepped in and drove it down. So I would suspect that is pretty much what we need to be doing. So that's kind of, I'm going to pick up this inside level here. That's the top end of where we are, and that's the bottom end. So break out of this to the upside, that's 36.08. Then you can expect us to sort of climb a little bit further and climb a little bit further, I suspect something like that, all the way up to 36.81. The noise that came out of the minutes yesterday didn't change anything, so it's basically what we were told during the Fed's meeting is basically what they reinforced in the minutes. So for me right now, there's no good news. We are looking to sell or to continue selling. We have been ranging for 2 days, or pretty much the whole week. We've been gradually drifting lower, but yesterday was kind of hovering up here, and then the sellers came in, buyers came in at the bottom. So you can see just where this the structure is. So I'm just going to do that, and I want this one over there. So I want to pick up this tail here. So you can see this tail here is pretty much still on the trend line. Just want to fine tune the trend line. Actually, that is perfect. And then let's get down to what we should be looking for. So you can see when the news came out yesterday, it was pretty much, there was nothing in there. There's nothing in the minutes that was exciting anybody, the bulls or the bears. So anyway, markets are in a mess. We've got the major issues happening with energy, so specifically coal prices, thanks to what's going on in my home country, South Africa, where our rail employees have decided to go on a strike, and that is obviously, well, rail and port employees, so that is stopping the shipping of coal into Europe. Anyway, what we do have at the moment here is chaos. That's all I can say. So I would be still looking to sell. This is a fairly decent area to sell off. That is 35.96, and then I would round that off to 3600 as well. So don't pay too much attention to the diagonal, because you can see we do have the 155 EMA up here, and we do have a little bit of structure higher up at this area as well, 3604. So if we stay in the zone, in other words, if we break above there and we find support here, that's a different kettle of fish. Then I would expect us to sort of bounce to the upside and possibly even just form a massive range for the week, touching the top again. If we reject this area, then we're definitely looking to touch 35.74, and we're looking for a potential break below that. I don't trust it. We do have diversions on the 15 minutes here, which is indicating up. We don't really have diversions on the hour, but we've got a grouping for the hour on the downside. So I do suspect the possibility of us breaking this diagonal trend line is fairly strong. Not necessarily meaning a massive move to the upside, but just a bigger range. So I think that's kind of the view that we have today, is more than likely more of the same, unless we have the jobs number come out. I think that's all only data we've got coming today. Let me just double check that. But I'm pretty sure there's nothing else of any relevance that is potentially coming up. We should just have the jobs number. We had PPI yesterday. It didn't really do anything. And tools are not working. Anyway, just pay attention to whatever noise is out there. There could be some catalyst that's going to drive us. But if I look at Euro USD is doing exactly the same thing. So that's a good catalyst to see whether the market has a direction or not. So both of them are pretty much ranging it right now. So pay attention to the structure here. You've got some scalps possibly to move to the downside, and make sure your notifications are on. If I see something, I will put it in the YouTube chat. Hope that helps, and we will catch up with you bright and breezy tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.